What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Hello and welcome everybody to today's kit review. And actually this day has been kind of messing with me. I wanted to film a review of a kit earlier today, and while doing that my camera decided to just go out on me and just stopped the recording like in the middle of the review, or actually like close to the end. I was only going over the instruction sheets to finish the review, and I was so pissed, to be honest, with the camera, because I still don't know why it went out, that I just decided, well, I will review a different kit now. Maybe if I can feel the urge and the need and regain my motivation for the other kit, I will do a review of that as well. What we are going to look at today, however, is this. This is Dragon's Pzkpfw late production Dragon kit number 6300, 6300. It's a smart kit. I think this is a 2009 release. Yeah, it's a 2009 release. It does still come with magic tracks, so that's a great thing. It does not have DS tracks. As you can see, we have 5 marking options available in our box. There again, kit number 6300. Some nice cat drawings, of course. We have the turret-spaced armor side skirts. We have the side skirts around the running gear and the sides of the turret. We have an interior for the gun, a nice light molded turret, and then of course some other goodies like PE parts for the air intake covers, for the engine deck intakes. It comes with a bunch of T-34 magic tracks, so you can simulate add-on armor, which is great. And overall, I think, from what I could see, this is a great kit and looks really good. So, let us get inside this box, shall we? So let's open this. And I'll put this to the side, and then we'll go over the contents of this box one by one. Before I go over the contents of the box, though, I got this for this. This is the ATAC Zimric kit, because the late version would have come with Zimrit, and this does not have molded on Zimrit. Cool thing about this, you still get a Dragon card. It has the side skirts on it, it has the decals. Like I said, I think it's 5 different marking options that you get, and the magic tracks for the T-34 magic tracks for the add-on armor on the hull and on the turret. Some photo etch parts, actually quite large photo etch sheet for what you get nowadays. Some more photo etch, and the towing cable, which is the typical Dragon metal towing cable that probably does not want to be used. So I will probably have to look for alternative towing cables there. Let me sort this. This is not working the way I hoped it would. So like this. Alright, let's get going. We have some magic tracks, and I'm not taking them out of the back. As you can see, those are the hollow guide horn ones. No, actually no, they have solid guide horns. And those are the ones with the ice cleats on them. They look nice. They are the, I think it's like type 4 or type 5. I watched Adam Mann's video on tracks yesterday, so I should actually know this, but I kind of have forgotten. Shame on me. Alright. So I got this kit off eBay, and for whatever reason, the person that I bought it from glued the sprue backs together, so I just had to take off the glue there. My knife is not sharp enough anymore. We have spare track links with location, or not location, what's it called? With clamps that clamp them down to the fenders. We have spare road wheels. Those are for spares on the tank. We have a jack. I think 5 or 6 parts for the jack. We have an antenna, and those are the spare track holders for the front of the tank. Right there. Let me see if I can do something for you guys to make it better for you guys to see this. Let's see if this works. If I do it like this, does this work? Actually, yeah, a bit. Alright, let's do it like this. Alright, yeah, so small bits and bobs. Nice, cleanly molded. Nothing I can say about them. Nothing bad, at least, I can say about them. Alright, what's next? Okay, I have a turret bin that comes falling towards me. This has some nice cast texture, some nice riveting along the sides here. Some nice riveting right there. And overall, just looking good. No scratches, which is important. If the review I did earlier today would have actually gone up, you would have noticed me talking a lot about scratches in the plastic, because apparently some of their older molds now are getting up there in age that they produce scratches on the plastic, which is not a good thing. Alright, this is a sprue that contains the side skirts, rails that go on the side of the tank, parts for the cupola, and muzzle brake. Overall, nicely, cleanly molded, very delicate detail, especially on the holders for the side skirts there. Very good, looks very good, looks very decent. Here we have some parts for the superstructure, both of the fighting compartment as well as the engine deck. Barrel cleaning rods, 2 of them actually. One has a bit of flash around the cleaning part. Some tools, I don't even know which of the parts on this sprue we are actually going to use. Some parts for the gun assembly right here. So yeah, we'll see. As always with Dragon, lots of the parts that are actually in the box are not necessary for what you are going to build. So always kind of nice of me to review them all, and then it's like 50% of them I don't need. Alright, we have a machine gun. This is the machine gun for the bow plate. I sometimes wonder whether or not they could super detail the muzzle brake on the machine gun, but that's just nitpicky. Then we have 2 fenders. And this time around, I think we only have 2 fenders. The kit I reviewed earlier today had 6 fenders in them, or 8. And then you had to, like, only use 2 of them, which I think is a waste of kit space. But no, we only need these. Nicely detailed, very crisp surface detail on there, as you can see. Nothing bad I can say about them. And then we have the sprue with our air intakes. The air intake covers in plastic. Like I said, we also have them in photo etch. And those are parts for the fenders as well. We're moving along nicely here, and I hope that at least this time around my camera does not decide to just quit on me again. Because if that's the case, I'll just throw it out of the window. Alright, next up, again, we have more parts for the air intakes and for the side skirts for the Schürzen. And Schürzen is actually spelled S-C-H. I've seen it pop up on the internet, S-H-U. And I'm like, no, guys. If you really want to use the German word, it's S-C-H-U-E-R-Z-E-N. That's how you spell it, if you really want to spell it the German way. So, parts for them. Then we have a gun barrel, which needs some cleanup. So I have to think of whether or not I want to replace that with a metal barrel, aftermarket barrel, some parts for the turret, interior gun, turret bin, exhaust. I think this is the carbon filter for the exhaust. And yes, the Germans actually used carbon filters towards the end of the war. And then we have a back plate and some front plate, more front plate, and the idler housings. Brumbar. Interesting. There are a lot of parts for this kit. there are sure as hell a lot of parts with this kit. I think I just cut off the parts there. Turret detailing, turret hatches, smoke mine launchers, interior detail for the turret, and then we have the bow machine gun cover, as well as the driver's vision port on here. So that might be the reason why those are on there. Then we have parts for the turret here, and these are specific for this kit. It's the side skirt, like the turret armor here. And then a broken, yep, that's broken, yay, ring for the turret basket. That's not too good. As you can see, it's broken right there. That's not supposed to happen. Nice. And then this is the turret machine gun for anti-aircraft. And now the always beloved A-sprue is almost here. People that have built Pzkpfws from Dragon know what's going to come now, because this is always the same with Dragon Pzkpfws. We have part of the A-sprue. This contains sprockets, return rollers, idlers, and oh my goodness, what has happened to this idler? Oh no, it's rolled texture. Okay, it's rolled steel texture that this is supposed to be. Okay, yeah, it looks a bit overdone to me. And this sprue, of course, has seen some abuse, I'd say. Those are the metal return rollers, okay? Didn't know that this one came with the metal return rollers. And then, of course, rope wheels. 8 per side, as always, with Pzkpfws. Yay me! I get to cut out 32 wheel halves and glue them together. Very old and trusted A-sprue. It's been around for quite some time. And we're almost done. Only this sprue back, and then we have the hull and the turret and the instruction sheet, and then we are done. So, alright, not much to say here. Is this straight or is this crooked? It's straight, that's great. Of course, fighting compartment roof. Typical Dragon, no issues there. And this sprue contains some bits and bobs. Like I said, it's always a guessing game which of these parts you're actually going to use on the specific kit that you are going to build. So before I say these or that, I'm just not going to say anything about which parts we will be using from this one. Alright, I forgot about this. This has the clear parts, I think, and it has some parts for the gun. So, two different barrel housings. One is welded and one is rolled steel. This has a nice weld seam here that looks really nice. Maybe I will use this one because this adds some level of detail, as you can see, hopefully. Wait. Yeah, I know the camera is right next to us here. So there you see the nice weld seam. And this one, on the other hand, is just flat with no weld seam. And then, vision blocks, of course, for the cupola and for the driver's seat. And then the last plastic we have to go over is in this bag right here. It is the turret. And this actually, since it's a Pzkpfw, it does not have as many rivets and as many details and texture details than a Pzkpfw, but overall this really, again, Dragon quality. See some nice weld seams here. I don't know, it's like, there you go, some nice weld seams in the back. And then the rest of the additional armor plates for the back of the turret. And then last but not least, our hull tub. And as you can see underneath, it's like really detailed, tons of rivets, tons of hatches, like access ports for all sorts of stuff. Nicely done. Nothing I can say about this. All right. And then, last but not least, let us take a quick look at the instruction sheet. I don't want to go over this in like full-on detail, because this basically is the way it's always been. It's build up the road wheels first, and the idlers, and the sprockets, and the return rollers, and then build up the suspension, the back plate, put that on, then put on the road wheels, which you don't do at this point, put on the fenders, the stabilizer here, exhaust. Then you have options, of course, here for with or without side skirts. Let me just quickly show you. If you want to do it with side skirts, you have to drill holes, of course, for the support struts there. Then you have options of either using photo etch for the tools or plastic, which is great. Same goes for the jack block. There's a photo etch part, like a photo etch, what's it called? Lock mechanism. Then we build up the gun and the turret. The anti-aircraft machine gun, put on the side skirting around here. Then, of course, again, we have the option, if we don't use the side skirts, to put either plastic or photo etch covers over the holes that are in the hull, or just put the struts on and the support. Then it's put on the side skirts, put on the add-on, and I'll show you this right here because I think this is interesting. The added T34 tracks are supposed to go on like this, which I think is interesting. And then, of course, we have the marking options. First is the famous unit that was everywhere, unidentified unit, Eastern Front 1943. That's the box art. That's the one with all of the T34 tracks. I guess Dragon was just lazy finding out which unit this is from. Then we have unidentified unit, Vistula River, Poland 1943. We have 3rd Panzer Division, Ukraine 1943. 2nd Panzer Division, Normandy, 1944, and another one, 2nd Panzer Division, Normandy, 1944. So, overall, while I put the contents back into the box, I have to say this kit looks typical Dragon quality, typical Dragon Panzer IV, the A-sprues here, everything that you would expect from Dragon Panzer IV is in the kit. The only downside that I see is the fact that I have a damaged part in the box, which I really do not appreciate all that much, and I'm kind of sad about, because I could fix it. I'm sure I can. It's just cool that there are damaged parts in a kit that when you buy this from a retailer, you pay more than 50 bucks for. I think I paid like 40-ish with the Attack Zimrit on eBay, so I can't complain about the price. Overall, looks a good Panzer IV. Really looking forward to building this at some point. And especially if you've never worked with ATAC before, so using the ATAC for the first time, it's also going to be interesting for me. I have no idea yet what setting I'm going to pick, but I think I'm going to go Russia, and I really like this one. But I have to do some research and find out which unit this actually was from, because you can find pictures of this with the add-on armor readily on the internet, so yeah. Overall, on a grading scale 1 to 10, solid 8, maybe even a 9. It's just a good solid Dragon kit. And Magic Tracks, of course, a huge plus for me. No DS, nice Dragon card, highly recommended. So if you want to build a Panzer IV Aus H, and you don't have a problem adding Zimrit yourself, this might be the kit for you. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon. This is All Modeling. Bye for now. And may the Force always be with you.